What is happening, Carib Boys and girls? This is your boy Carib Boy with another Pokemon TCG video. How are you going? I hope all are good enough. I hope all are good. Now, this video was recorded on the Independence Day of Trinidad and Tobago, so I want to wish everybody from Trinidad and Tobago a happy independence. But the video might go up later than that, but small thing. Blessings to you all. What are we doing here today? Well, today I want to talk about a particular product. Now, I've been into the hobby for a while, approaching about a year, very active in the community. And I've taken a quick interest in the Pokemon TCG game, playing the game. Now, that was my initial reason for joining the hobby. I like games, I like to play card games. I was into TCG before. I always wanted to learn the Pokemon TCG, but I never got the chance or made the commitment to do so. But this round, I get into it, and I love the game. And a lot of people have made comments and asked me personally about how to play the game. And so I want to start a series of videos where we go through these things, the mechanics of the game, how to play it, maybe some tips and tricks, and of course, highlighting for you, my Carib Boys and girls, probably the kind of products you want to look for or try to obtain as a player. Now, this hobby is very, what we could like to say, it could call it dynamic. All right, in that it appeals to different things for different people. Pokemon TCG is such a hobby. I say, in my opinion, so far, it's probably larger collector base than player base. I could be wrong. All right, if you disagree or agree, you could tell me so in the comments, right? And we'll look into that probably a bit more seriously. But is the whole premise of Pokemon? You have to catch them all, right? And I've played Yu-Gi-Oh! I was very heavy in Yu-Gi-Oh! And I've played some Magic the Gathering. I really enjoy both of them. Personally, for me, Yu-Gi-Oh! Started to be more competitive and less fun for me. So that is probably why I fell off, especially when my life started to get a lot busier. I didn't dislike the game or anything like that. And I probably might be, anyhow, we go talk. We're going to talk about that another time. Magic the Gathering I really enjoyed, but was very, very casual into it. I just bought one, what you might call a structure deck or a playable deck, and that was it really. I didn't really buy any packs. I played more of the online MTG arena. And well, Pokemon has been a long time interest of mine, long time love, long time hobby. I had cards when I was small. I mentioned that a lot of times. And I recently got back into the hobby last year, October, November, somewhere there around Champions Path, Vivid Voltage kind of timing. And quickly wanted to get into the play. My first deck was at Leon's Charizard. I put that together through just 2 build and battle boxes. And I've increased the rarity of the cards to make it a little bling out, as we would say. And so far I've gathered a few decks. Mainly now competitively I have Inteleon Vmax. And both Urshifus, one of my favorite, probably my favorite Pokemon of the Sword and Shield era. So I have both Rapid Strike Urshifu and Single Strike Urshifu cards to make up decks for both of them. Due to restrictions and the global situation here with the pandemic, etc., we haven't had in-person tournaments, so I really take up the PTCGO a lot. And a lot of my cards just put on there, made a bit of investment for the Urshifu stuff and itching to just use it. So we're looking forward to things lightening up a bit and we having the opportunity to play in person a bit more soon. And we all know the situation here in Trinidad and Tobago. Things are looking to open back up soon, and our local game stores are slowly coming back out there and putting their presence out at the mall. So hopefully some in-person tournaments and playing can happen. And due to that, and in addition to what I've said before, people asking about how to play the game and stuff, I wanted to really focus some videos on playing the game. And I have a product here with me that I want to feature here today. And that will be the bulk of our video here. And that is the League Battle Deck Inteleon Vmax. And what I will do, I will switch the view here from my face and we'll go to a kind of presentational view and get into the deck. All right, So anybody interested in playing the game, I believe this is a very great start. I will go through this deck how it is probably played, and I will leave suggestions on how you could expand it, probably make it a bit more competitive, which it already is off the bat. You could take this out of the box, put it together in some sleeves, and start a fight one time, right? But let we get into the meat of the matter in a presentational style. Join me. All right, so as we said today, we're talking about the League Battle Deck Inteleon Vmax. First, let me go through the cards, the contents of the box, right? So the contents of the box, you'll see at the back, it says one ready to play 60 card deck, including 2 Pokemon V and 2 Pokemon Vmax. 1 deck box, 2 coin condition markers, 6 damage counter dice, 1 competition legal coin flip dice, 1 quick guide to unlock the strategies within, a Pokemon TCG rulebook, and a code card for the Pokemon trading game online. Now to the left and the back here, you will see the deck list, 818, Inteleon. That is the Pokemon Pokédex number. Inteleon Vmax deck. In this deck, you will get 2 copies of Inteleon Vmax, 2 copies of Inteleon V, 2 Frostmoth, 3 Snom. So that's a Snom evolves into Frostmoth. So you call that a 3-2 line of Frostmoth, right? It's in the name 3-2 line, meaning you get 3 Snom to evolve into 2 Frostmoth, 2 copies. All right, so you get the Inteleon, this Inteleon, Drizzle, and Sobble. So that is a 3-2-2 line of the Sobble, Drizzle, Inteleon of basic Sword and Shield. This would be the Shady Dealings, Drizzle, and Shady Dealings Inteleon. We'll get into the details after the list. You get 2 copies of Galarian Zigzagoon, 1 copy of the Darkness Ablaze, I believe Suicune, 3 Ebaloon, 2 Birdkeeper, 3 Boss's Orders, 2 Capacious Bucket, 2 Evolution Incense, 4 Great Balls, 3 copies of Mani, 1 Ordinary Rod, 4 copies of Professor's Research, 4 Quick Balls, 2 Scoop Up Nets, 1 copy of Training Court, and 10 Water Energy. Alright, so what you're looking to do in this deck is you want to bring out the main attacker, which is the Inteleon Vmax. And we'll see, I'll pull up the cards on the screen as I discuss them. The Inteleon Vmax, for 1 water energy, you may put an energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon into their hand, and you also deal 60 damage. Now this is a very nice 1 energy attack. The damage is nice, 60 damage, and you also get to slow down your opponent in returning that energy to their hand. The second attack is really what you're looking at. Max Bullet for 2 water and 1 colorless energy. This attack also does 60 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon, so you're hitting the bench. Alright, don't apply weakness and resistance for bench Pokemon, standard stuff. Weakness, double weakness to lightning, but lightning decks on a whole kind of get slowed down after rotation, coming up very soon. I believe a matter of days. I will probably put up that date for rotation soon. I will do a video on rotation as well. Alright, so let me look at the V. Now we're really looking to jump out with the Vmax, but the V evolves into the Vmax, so you have to place the V first. So maybe if you're in a position that you have the V on the field, it's good to know what you're dealing with. So Snipe Shot for 1 water energy. This attack does 40 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. This means it could be the active Pokemon or on the bench. I find that is a good attack, especially if you want to accumulate damage. That is what you're trying to do with this deck anyway. Aqua Report for 2 water and 1 colorless, 130 damage. Your opponent reveals their hand. That might be useful and situational, but as I say, you're not depending on this V. You're really looking to bring out the Vmax to mash up the place, deal a heavy 160 and to deal 60 to the bench. Alright, moving on to some more of the main cards in the deck. Your engine for the deck, meaning the card that really you want on your bench, not really to attack, but whatever the effect is necessary for the deck to move forward and actually move quickly, is the Frostmoth. So when referring to this League Battle deck, you're saying you're using a Frostmoth engine, and what that means is the Frostmoth is very integral for the function of the deck. And the Frostmoth you get in here, it comes with the ability Ice Dance. As often as you like during your turn, you may attach a water energy card from your hand to one of your bench Pokemon. Alright, so that means in addition to your 1 energy attachment for the turn, this Frostmoth allows you to attach as many energy as you have in your hand. and there's a lot of things that come in the deck to recover energy from your discard pile in the capacious bucket. It says that you can put 2 water energy from your discard pile into your hand, so you have ways of recovering it, as well as shady dealings could help you thin your deck so that you could draw into your energies, or even pull cards to help you draw additionally, so you could get your energies into your hand for Frostmoth. All right. There's a secondary attacker that comes with the deck. I'm not really a big fan of it. In talking about upgrading the deck, we might most likely I might most likely suggest that you get rid of this card, and that is the Darkness Ablaze Suicune with 120 HP. That's kind of standard for a basic card like this. Wave Splash for 21 energy, early taking on that. 2 water energy and 1 colorless. You have Aurora Loop for 130, and you put 2 energies attached to this Pokemon into your hand. Now, I don't know what might be the situation that would force you to use this, but let we say you didn't have your Inteleons on the field at the time, and you had your Suicune there, and your Frostmoth around, and you're drawing to your Inteleon Vmax to probably evolve, and there's 2 energy on your Suicune. You could attach, do the attack, bring back 2 to your hand, so you have your energy in hand for next turn to attach to your Vmax. I'm guessing that is probably one use of it. All right. The trainers in the we want to talk about the shady dealings Drizzle's Inteleon line. All right. So this line is it's adding utility to the deck, meaning that the shady dealings effect on the Drizzle says, when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may search your deck for a trainer card, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. This is like an extra draw. It's more than a draw. You get to search your deck and select a card that you want. It's searching for a trainer card that you want, right? Which makes the deck very efficient. And you're looking to, the deck comes with, a 3-2-2 line. So you have 2 Drizzle there, 2 chances to do this, and the Inteleon that evolves from this has the same shady dealings, but 1 trainer card you get to draw 2. Well, you're pulling 2 from the deck, so that's more utility. You just move the deck, in my opinion, can be very fast according to how you work with this shady dealing, in addition to the energy acceleration with the Frostmoth. All right. Now, just running through the trainer cards quick here. We have Air Balloon, 3 Air Balloon, which gives you free retreat on the Inteleon Vmax, right? Because any Pokemon with 2 retreat or more, it is reduced the retreat cost by 2. So those retreat costs are already 2, so it's free retreat with your Inteleon. And it also gives, the way you use Air Balloon is probably to put it on a Pokemon that will offer you free retreat as a pivot. So if something gets knocked out, you have to replace your active Pokemon, you put a Pokemon with Air Balloon there as a pivot, to kind of like a defensive move to retreat back into your main attacker or an attacker. All right. We're looking at evolution Incense. That will be important for getting your Drizzles, your Inteleon Vmaxes, any evolution Pokemon that you would need. So good card there. Bird Keeper. It allows you to switch your active Pokemon with a Pokemon on your bench as well, and then you're drawing cards. So more draw power there. Your Boss's Orders, 3 copies of that in the deck. That is for your gusting, which means you're forcing your opponent to, well, you choosing it. You're forcing your opponent to switch its active Pokemon to a Pokemon you choose on the bench. It could be both defensive and offensive according to how you want to use it. Mani, great utility for drawing and disrupting your opponent's hand. Ordinary Rod is useful for recovering your energies and Pokemon. Let's say your Drizzle them get knocked out and you want to reuse that Shady Dealings ability. Scoop Up Net comes in clutch when you want to reuse your Shady Dealings, of course, and you're getting Galarian Zigzagoon. When Galarian Zigzagoon is benched, it puts a damage counter, which is 10 damage on one of your opponent's Pokemon. You can scoop up that boy and drop it back down and recycle that effect. What else? Well, we have 10 water energies. Professor's Research is a staple in every deck. Most decks run 3 or 4. You discard your hand and you draw 7. If you don't have a hand and that your only card, well, you're just drawing 7, bap bap, right? Very important card that goes in almost every deck. Training Court says once during each player's turn, that player may put a basic energy card from their discard pile into their hand. So we have energy recovery here in the 1 copy of Training Court. And as I said before, a lot of people have reported that you could just take this deck out of the box and play it as it is, and you have a very good competitive deck that could stand up in the current format, and you could have some fun with that. But I would like to say that you can upgrade this deck, and there's different ways that you can upgrade the deck. I'm referring to the PotownStore.com. They have a article there on upgrading your Inteleon Vmax deck. So I'm taking notes and I'm sharing that with you from that source right now. And I found it, and I find that a lot of what they're saying I agree with, and it's a very simple upgrade, probably very cost effective, and you could reach out to the community and get these cards quite easily. So you have your main attacker, which is your Inteleon Vmax, and with the deck you get a 2-2 line, meaning 2 Inteleon Vs and 2 Inteleon Vmaxes. I believe ideally you want to increase your chances of bringing out your main attacker. So first off the bat, you want to get additional copies of the V and the Vmax. At least 1 more V and at least 1 more Vmax. Ideally, you want to get 2 extra Vs for a total of 4 Inteleon Vs, and you could work with 3 Vmax quite easily with the deck. All right. The next thing you want to do is to probably make the deck a bit faster in how you get your Inteleon, the baby Inteleons out. That is the Shady Dealings, Drizzle, and Inteleons. And also your Frostmoth. There's a particular ball that will help in this, and that's the level ball. You want to get 4 level ball, a full play set that will help in the efficiency of the deck in getting out your Snum, your Frostmoth, and it will help with the Inteleon line getting it out much quicker. You're not going to draw all of that in one go, and you really want to try to get your Inteleon Vmax out and attacking at least by your second turn. So the level balls help in that regard. You want to get that out. A card that is rotating is Pokemon Communication, but you have a couple days if you want to try the Pokemon Communication in there. You could try it, but that is on the sighting that I'm using right now. They say to add 2 Pokemon Communication, which I agree, but with rotation so close, I will not advise you to waste your time to get Pokemon Communication. You could do without that. Of course, you want to get a copy of Crowbar V. All right, and in this upgrade suggestion, there's another product that I will suggest right after we go through the specifics for the deck. But you want to get a Crowbar V. Crowbar V, once you touch it on the bench, you get to draw cards and make your hand up to 6. Now you want to use this effectively and use as much cards from your hand, so you'll get the maximum draw. If you can use out all and Crowbar is your last card, bam, you get 6 cards. Easy. All right, and Crowbar is a staple now in probably every deck. All right, with the Drizzle Inteleon line, the Sobble, you get 3, 2, 2. You want to increase that, of course. All right, you want to at least bring up your Drizzles to 3, I believe. If you want to go, you could decide to go very aggressive on the baby Inteleons, and you go 4, 4, 3 maybe. But in this particular deck, a 3, 3, 2 might be efficient, which means you just have to get 1 extra Drizzle. All right, and to make room for these cards, it means, well, in Pokemon TCG, your deck has to be 60, no more, no less. So you can't just add these cards. It will be way above 60. So to make room for these, you have to get rid of cards that are on the deck list right now. And I agree with the Potown Store article here. Get rid of the 2 zigzagoons and the 2 scoop up nets, the 4 great balls, the bird keepers, and 1 water energy. So you'll be left with 9 water energy, and that should leave you with the room to make the changes that we suggested there. It means that you're keeping the Suicune. I would not keep the Suicune, but I don't want to give a mile-long list of suggestions to upgrade the deck and change up the deck. So that is just a simple upgrade to make the deck a bit more efficient in what the deck wants to do, which is to get out your Inteleon Vmax to start firing off and getting those damage out. A card that you want to honorable mention, I must say, would be a Telescopic Sight, which increases the damage from your Pokemon attacks that go to the opponent's bench. So it will, I believe it increases it by 30. So that 60 damage will be increased to 90, and that, I believe that will be a very welcome upgrade to the deck. Now, very quickly, before we close, I want to suggest a product that that is out right now and available, and that is the Trainer's Toolkit. Earlier, I have been an advocate for the Trainer's Toolkit since I joined the hobby, and especially since I started playing the game. The Trainer's Toolkit is a very great product. There's recently a new one has come up because of rotation coming so close. The one that I would have got would have had 2 Dedenne. Well, the Dedenne is rotating, and this current Trainer's Toolkit, the blue one, you get 2 copies of Crowbar V earlier, and a lot of decks you could really play with more than 1 Crowbar and see if it works out for you in terms of giving it a draw support. And there's a big long with the Trainer's Toolkit, sorry, you get multiple copies of very useful trainer cards that you could use in the TCG and what you would consider as staples in the current format. I believe it's a very great product for players. So getting this League Battle deck and the Trainer's Toolkit is probably a very ideal choice to start off your Pokemon TCG player journey. All right. I won't suggest to get your extra Inteleons to buy 2 of the battle decks. I mean, if you have that disposable income or money readily available, go right ahead, go ham, get the 2, so you have a complete Inteleon bad boy ready to go. I just want to go back to the suggestion. There's a new Inteleon line in the Rapid Strike Sobble, Rapid Strike Drizzle, and Rapid Strike Inteleon that is in Chilling Rain. This Inteleon, though, doesn't have Shady Dealing. This Inteleon has a new ability that allows you to put 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. So you might want to tinker with that a little bit. All right, but I want to keep this video simple in terms of the upgrades and all of that, and I hope that this brings some light and piques your interest a bit. I really do endorse this League Battle deck. It's a very good entry product to get into the game, and to get into the game, not just to get into the game for fun, but it gives you the opportunity to get into the games in a competitive way. I believe that, and I support the product in that light. Also, coming up later in the year is some more League Battle decks coming out. Urshifu. The Urshifu League Battle decks are coming up, guys. And well, personally, I kind of sour grapes with that because I would have I would have bought those decks in singles, and they come out with a VMAX version of it, which I don't mind. It will bring some popularity to my boy Urshifu, and that is the end result, and I don't mind that at all. So if it is you buy a League Battle deck in Inteleon Vmax now and a toolkit, and later down you could get the Urshifu decks and them, you have 3 wonderful, ready, competitive decks to go. And you have options. I mean, sometimes I know how it is. You're playing one deck all the time. This also, having multiple decks gives you option and increases your fun factor, guys. All right. So that is the video. I hope if somebody finds this video useful, and probably go out and get a deck and start to play. Holla, man, we could run a game. All right. So guys, that is it for the video. I hope you like what you're seeing. If you like what you're seeing, all you know the drill, beat up that like button. And if it is here for the first time, welcome. Thank you for viewing. And if you like what you're seeing too, don't frighten to bust a subscription. It helps, the liking helps with the algorithm to push the channel, and it helps me, guys. I'll thank you for the support. This is your boy Carib Boy, out.